You see, somewhere between what you remember and what you're now just beginning to imagine, there's a space where thoughts soften and something deeper begins to listen. Not with ears, with something quieter, stronger, older than understanding. And maybe as you begin to wonder how it would feel to unconsciously install all these beliefs, all these powerful, empowering, soul-awakening ideas, as if they were always yours, you might just remember to forget, or forget to remember, whatever felt like not to know these things, because perhaps you don't need to learn as much as you need to remember. Remembering what it feels like to see into someone else's eyes and know exactly, without words, exactly what they feel. Empathy, not a trick, not a tactic, a tuning fork of the soul. When you strike it, others begin to hum along. Let me ask you something curious. Have you ever listened so deeply that you forgot to judge? Forgot to prepare a reply, because your whole being was leaning to their pain, or their joy, or something in between. That's not listening, that's transformation. Now just imagine that every time someone speaks to you, your unconscious already knows how to tune in. You become the kind of person people open up to, without knowing why. That's because they feel it. They feel felt. Isn't it strange how people only truly trust those who make them feel like they've been felt? Let's play a little. Let's imagine a man. He sits across from another who's angry, confused, hurting. But the man doesn't flinch. He breathes in, slow. And he mirrors just enough, not to mock, but to echo. As he breathes, the other breath slows too. As he softens, the anger melts. Not because of words, but because of presence. And the mirror neurons, those magical mimic machines, spark like stars in both brains, until two minds become one rhythm. And one rhythm becomes one solution. Now here's a question. What if your entire life has been preparing you to become that person? The one who shifts rooms with energy, who turns conflict into connection, who doesn't react but reframes, who doesn't just listen, but leads through listening. Because maybe, just maybe, being empathic isn't a skill you gain, but a truth you release. Like a sculptor carving from marble. You don't build empathy, you uncover it. It's been there, under the noise, under the defences, waiting. And now finally you're ready. Let's loop again, shall we? You're already noticing how natural it feels to validate emotions before solving them, to reflect what they feel, before telling them what to feel. Because change, real lasting identity level change, doesn't start in the mind, it starts in the mirror. And the moment you say, I understand how you feel, you're not just saying words, you're handing them a mirror. As they look in, they begin to understand themselves. Now, can you remember a time when someone just got you, didn't fix you, didn't pity you, just felt you? And let that be okay. That's not weakness, that's power. Because the strongest person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who can hold another person's pain without losing their own balance. And that is you, over and over, without even trying. Your unconscious mind is installing new patterns, integrating beliefs that resonate so deeply. You don't even notice them changing, because they already feel like you. You breathe slowly, and just like that, you regulate your state. Your breath leads your mind. Your posture shapes your presence. Your presence reshapes the world around you. In that shaping you remember, you're always growing. You're already enough. Your energy influences everything. Emotional mastery is your nature. Every problem whispers its own solution. As you sit with that, let's imagine another loop. There's a child crying, not for attention, but connection. And someone kneels beside them, meets their gaze, mirrors their frown, and then says softly, "That must be really hard for you." And the crying slows, not because it's solved, but because it's seen. You see, understanding heals. And every time you listen with your nervous system instead of your mind, you become that healer. Leadership, counselling, romance, friendship, negotiation, all of it flow from this source. Empathy isn't the skill. Empathy, it's the source. And everything else is downstream. And every time you mirror without mimicry, reflect without reacting, validate without vanishing yourself, you grow, you guide, you embody the future version of you, who already lives this truth. And now something interesting happens. The more you let this in, the more automatic it becomes. Your unconscious mind loves repetition, but it loves resonance even more. So every time you ask an open-ended question, match someone's breathing, notice the emotion behind the words, you fire and wire new patterns. Patterns become habits. Habits that become identity. Identity that becomes destiny. This destiny, this empathic operating system, is no longer a future vision. It is you, now, already. You don't even need to remember how it happened, because your unconscious already knows. And isn't that the most beautiful kind of learning? Let the old melt. Let the new root. Let the now begin again, in every breath, every word, every feeling, every you.